Hello everyone, what is up? It's your Mistress Linus here, and today we're doing another discussion video, and you probably have seen the title on the thumbnail. You probably may or may have not know what the show is, and yes, we're doing a discussion video on why I dislike Mr. Pickles. Now, Mr. Pickles, for those of you who don't know, is basically about a dog that does drugs, and he doesn't talk or he does bark, but he only speaks in dog language. He does drugs. He basically kills people and other stuff. You know, he's kind of like Ted in a nutshell. He's basically like Ted. You know, if you guys have seen the movie Ted, that's the Seth MacFarlane movie. That, you know, the teddy bear that swears and that does drugs and stuff like that. You know, that's the Ted I'm talking about. With this show I'm talking about, which is called Mr. Pickles. Now, at first glance, you might think, oh, he's actually very harmless. Like, for those who see, like, the picture of him, you're like, oh, he's kind of harmless character. Like, how could a cartoon character like this be that bad? Well, however, though, that is the thing. You think he's, like, harmless or anything, when all of a sudden you realize that he is just bad. He's worse than Ted, and this show, I am going to be honest, the show is not good. It's dog crap. It's absolute dog crap. And before I continue on with this video, if you like the show, I respect your opinion. But please respect my opinion, as this is a discussion video about me explaining why I do not like Mr. Pickles. Now, this show is 1,000 times worse than Family Guy, South Park, and American Dad. To be honest, in my opinion, American Dad, Family Guy, and South Park are 1,000 times better than this show. Now, this show is just as bad as the other shows I talked about, like Pickles, Scooby-Doo, last time, the Ben 10 reboot, and even Teen Titans Go. This show is just as bad as Teen Titans Go. It's on that ranking. Why I mean by that is here. I'm going to explain. The animation's okay. Like I said, it's pretty decent. The animation's decent and all that. I thought it was going to be, another Family Guy show. Well, it turns out it's not, because they take, adult humor jokes and that all up to the next level. And I'm not even joking. Now, I don't watch too much of the show because I was like, okay, I had enough. It's that bad. For those of you who don't know how long the show lasted, it lasted from 2013 or 2014 or something to 2019. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's how long it lasted. For 4 seasons. And, in my opinion, like I said, the show is dog crap. If you guys like this show, that's fine. If you don't like it, I'm okay with whatever opinion you have to say. This show, to sum it up, is dog crap. Basically, what I'm seeing is, the humor is more crude than it is in Family Guy. Now, this is basically just the same level as Family Guy crude jokes, but at least Family Guy, there are some reasons why I don't like Family Guy, but mainly I do like Family Guy. It's fine if you don't like it, but right here, we're seeing Mr. Pickles. You think, oh, he's just a cute, harmless dog, but if you look more deeper in the show, he's just like Ted, the teddy bear Ted, in a nutshell. That's basically what he is kind of like. Obviously, he doesn't, talk like the teddy bear does. He just barks randomly. Now, there are parts of it that, that Mr. Pickles goes to a bar and gets drunk, and then all of a sudden he does stupid things. That's kind of like Ted mixed with Peter Griffin in a nutshell. I don't understand why this show decided it was a good idea to turn a harmless dog into a crazy maniac like Peter Griffin and even Ted combined. I am afraid I don't understand why this show was popular at the time. I could see why they stopped is because not a lot of people really liked it. Because the humor there is just as bad as Family Guy. Now, I'm not trying to say, that Family Guy is a bad show. Well, you guys can, have your own opinions on that. But please respect my opinion on this. What I could really definitely say is that this show, to sum it up, there's nothing good about this show. The animation's decent, I can guarantee that. But here's one thing. Mr. Pickles' owner, Tommy, he's kind of like I don't even know how old Tommy is. Probably a 10-year-old boy that wants to do stuff like shoot BB guns and, do the things that he wants to do. But of course, there is this one episode of Mr. Pickles where, he kills a bunch of people. Like, in the show, he kills, like, people. Like, it could be from massacring them with chainsaws. From that to, like, decapitating them. Or something like that. If people think this is a joke, this is not a joke. Because this happens in real life. People, get killed in real life. By chainsaw massacres or even having their head decapitated. That is horrible, what Mr. Pickles is doing. And he is just as bad as Ted. But however, though, he's 1,000 times worse. What I mean by that is this. And this is the kind of thing. I think there was one episode where he has sex with a fox. I'm not even joking. He literally humps almost every animal he could find. From, like, small rodents to, like, bears or something. And I was like, what the actual hell? That's just disgusting. Like, I'm looking at it. There's no excuse for anyone to make a show just as bad as that. Like, here's one thing. I'm not trying to insult the director. Like, I'm not trying to insult it. But what the humor is doing, Mr. Pickles, the dog, humping everything. From, like, small rodents to, like, big animals such as a bear. Why do people have to think that this was a good idea? That is not a good idea. There's no excuse to make that as a good idea. Like, was looking at it. After watching a few clips, I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish watching the show. Or even watched a few episodes, the rest of them, because they were that bad. I thought they were going to be okay or decent episodes, but it's the complete opposite. The episodes itself and the show, it's just disgusting. Like, here's one thing I could definitely say is, there's this one episode where the sheriff and his buddy ends up going into deep in the woods, and they find a pack of wolves. And there was this alpha female wolf who basically wants sex. And you're thinking, okay, maybe she needs a female wolf, a dog wolf, like a male to do it. But however, though, the sheriff goes in and he has sex with the wolf. That is bestiality, and I'm disgusted with that. I am so disgusted that they even allow that. I don't even know why Mr. Pickles allowed that. You only see it briefly, but not the whole thing, really. And I'm just disgusted that scene had to be there. I don't understand why the directors and even the actors or even the people think that was a great idea. I know Family Guy has done bestiality as well. Well, Glenn Quagmire did it. If you watch Skyrunner's video on why he doesn't like Family Guy, I'll probably be sure to give a link in description, either in the description or even in the comments below, so you guys can go watch his video if you want to know, because, well, obviously, I'm going to say this. Shout out to Skyrunner SG1, by the way. His video of why he doesn't like Glenn Quagmire will probably be in the description box below. Or you can go to my channel or search him up and he will come up. But however, though, here's something I'm going to be honest. The show was just disgusting. Like, they're repeating certain things, like in Family Guy. Or even the episodes they have done doing. Like, for example, there's one episode where Tommy, is asked to look after this guy who used to be a hitman who got transformed into a Bigfoot, and he has a son named Deer Boy. Well, however, though, the episode just gets worse. There's even a mention of the Bigfoot guy saying Tommy caught him having sex with a deer. Oh, yeah, like, that is, I don't even care what people say, but here's one thing I could definitely say. That is disgusting. I don't know why this show is still on there. That is disgusting. And that's zoophilia. And I'm being completely honest. That is what it is. That's disgusting. I don't understand why these people think it's a good idea to have that episode. You know, that episode is just bad. It's bad enough for a sheriff to do something gross to a wolf, but this, oh my goodness. It's like they're taking it up to the next level. Like, to be honest, the show itself is just dog crap. I'm looking at it right now, and you've probably seen in the thumbnail, you're like, oh, it's a cute, harmless show. Well, when you watch it, you're gonna think twice before you watch it. Like, this show, there's nothing good about this show. I don't understand why this show still even exists. It's disgusting. And it disgusts me that these episodes exist. If it's still on the air of TV, I really hope that it does get canceled. Because, you know, this is disgusting. I'd rather watch Family Guy than sit there and watch this. Here's one thing I'm going to be honest, people. I am going to make a discussion video soon about why I don't watch TV very much anymore. Because then you guys will probably understand, you know, why I don't watch TV anymore and what is the problem with TV now these days. Because one thing I'm going to say, there's nothing good about TV hosting now these flippin' days. I'm just gonna calm down for a minute because I need time to think. I'm gonna have to get my brain fixed after this. Well, here's one thing. Mr. Pickles has done really bad stuff. If you think Peter Griffin has done bad stuff, Mr. Pickles, yeah. Mr. Pickles does a lot more gross stuff than Peter Griffin did. Like, he's 1,000 times worse than Peter Griffin. And even Stan from American Dad, he's 1,000 times worse. I do not understand why this show even existed to begin with. If you're going to make like an adult cartoon, and you're going to add adult jokes in it, you've got to make sure you're not putting, you know, gross stuff like bestiality. I don't know why this is in, you know, I don't know why this is even in like Mr. Pickles. But I could guarantee that I think Robot Chicken has done that. Well, I think they have done that in a couple of episodes, but still, I still don't understand why this show even has to exist. I just think that this show really does need to be canceled. It's fine if you guys like it, like I said, but to me, in my opinion, this show is not good. And I really do hope it gets canceled. If it's on TV, I hope it gets canceled. Because the gross stuff they have mentioned in there, it's just not good. It's not good whatsoever at all, people. It's it's garbage. Like, the show, it's garbage. Like, seriously, why can't we have anything play decent on TV now these days? I'm afraid that's something we'll never understand. Well, here's the opinion of Mr. Pickles. The show is dog crap. Like I said, it's dog crap. The only thing good about it is the animation. That's it. The animation of the characters look realistic. Not realistic, but looks decent. But that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And even the episode concepts are garbage, too. The episode concepts are not that good. Like, I don't understand why this show even exists today. That is a question that I'm not going to understand why this show exists. I don't know. I guess this video is like almost 15 minutes. It's gone as long as it is, and I really do think that this show really sucks, which it does. Okay, and then like I said, people, just if you like this show, I respect your opinion, but if you don't like this show, that's fine. My final rating of the show, 1 out of 10. The reason why it's a 1 out of 10 is because the animation is decent. But that's it. I don't like anything else about it. but the animation. The show is dog crap, like I said before. And with that being said, people, what did you think of this discussion? Do you agree with me? Do you not? Just let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm the Shell Linus, and like always, I'll see you all next time in the next video. Peace out.